especially since Kamala has been trolling him extra hard lately by pointing out that the old fart keeps refusing to release his medical records, which looks even worse when you factor in that he keeps canceling interviews and events, refusing to do another debate, and even bailing on a rally in Georgia with the NRA because of what his campaign staff claims is exhaustion.
And now he is ducking debates and canceling interviews. Come on. His own campaign team recently said it is because of exhaustion. Well, if you are exhausted on the campaign trail, it raises real questions about whether you are fit for the toughest job in the world. Come on. He refuses to release his medical records. I've done it. Every other presidential candidate in modern era has done it. He is unwilling to do a 60 Minutes interview. Like every other major party candidate has done for more than half a century. He is unwilling to meet for a second debate. Here's the thing. It makes you wonder. Why does his staff want him to hide away? One must question. Are they afraid that people will see that he is too weak and unstable to lead America?
So far, Trump has canceled a 60 Minutes interview, a CNBC interview, an NBC interview that isn't on this list for some reason, the second debate with Kamala, oh, there's the NBC interview, oh, my bad, hasn't confirmed a CNN town hall, and has now canceled an NRA rally. Yeah, so, gotta wonder, what's in those medical records that he doesn't want you to see? Possibly dementia? And it seems to be getting under old Donnie's wrinkly skin lately, judging by the way he responded to a reporter today, asking him about reports that he's exhausted.
How do you think this affects the border? Kamala Harris said she thinks you're exhausted, that's why you're canceling events. Are you exhausted?
What event did I cancel? I haven't canceled. She doesn't go to any events. She's a loser. She doesn't go to any events. She didn't even show up for the Catholics last night at the hotel. It was insulting. All they are is sound bites. So today I was at Fox and Friends at 7 in the morning. I then went to 2 different other appearances. I then made about 15 phone calls. I've gone 48 days now without arrest, and I've got that loser who doesn't have the energy of a rabbit. Let me tell you something. She should have been last night with the Catholics. So all they do is put out sound bites. Tell me when you've seen me take even a little bit of a risk.
When have we seen you take even a little bit of a rest? Oh, I can think of a few times. There was that time you fell asleep at the NATO summit, and you can tell by this guy's reaction, he probably thought he was dead. And then there was that time a few months ago when you fell asleep at the RNC.
Party chair there say, yeah, he's basically just been working for Silicon Valley ever since he got here. He hasn't done anything for the people who he wrote this moving book about in terms of his own background. I mean, that's very hard to run from. That's going to stick to him, I think.
Here's something that Ohio Senator, now VP candidate, wrote in 2016 when he was comparing Donald Trump to Hitler. He begins this particular piece saying, a few Saturdays ago, my wife and I spent the morning volunteering
Out like a light. And then there were the multiple times you fell asleep during your civil fraud trial.
Yeah, I have to ask, you guys have been, at the times, have been live blogging this event. And 40 minutes ago, you wrote an observation that I was very surprised. Trump appears to be sleeping. His head keeps dropping down and his mouth goes slack. Tell us about that.
Well, Jake, he appeared to be asleep.
And then there were the multiple times you fell asleep during your Stormy Daniels hush money trial.
Really quickly, if I can, Lisa, your observations on Donald Trump today.
Sleeping. Again, you know, they have tried a number of different devices. Yeah, sleeping for a lot of it. I would say they've tried a number of different devices to keep Trump awake, partially in response, or what appears to be in response to collective press corps observations. So, for example, when there are sidebars, an attorney doesn't leave his side anymore because leaving him alone means leaving him to potentially sleep.
Kind of surprised you don't remember those last two, considering when you woke up you were a convicted felon.